everyone. I'm PADILLA and my topic is how to write the TOWS analysis. By the end of this discussion, my goal is to explain the steps of writing the TOWS analysis and illustrate the content of the TOWS matrix. But before we move on to my topic, let's recall first the topic of the previous group. The group discussed on how to present the four major types of an entity's financial statements as well as the financial analysis. They also discussed on how to write findings, classify it whether is it unfavorable or favorable based on profitability, liquidity, stability, and efficiency. In addition, the group also discussed on how to construct the main problem and specific problems, and as well as the relationship between the statement of the problem and the financial objectives. So, now let's proceed to my topic, how to write the TOWS analysis. Conducting a strategic planning, gathering data through different types of relevant research and analysis is a must. On previous lectures, the analysis of external environment, opportunities and threats, internal environment, strengths and weaknesses, as well as the financial analysis was discussed. We must go back to those findings in order to do the TOWS analysis. So what is TOWS analysis? TOWS analysis is a useful tool which includes the assessment of external and internal environment as well as financial analysis findings to identify and develop strategic options. It provides in-depth understanding and helps to determine what possible strategies to focus on. In this analysis, there is a so-called TOWS matrix. To illustrate, lay out a 3x3 rows and columns and list opportunities, threats in the upper row of the matrix, strengths and weaknesses on the left side columns. The strategies will be drawn on the blank quadrants of this matrix. According to Professor Casurao, the analyst may go beyond and attempt to recommend strategic actions as well, but ensure that it will be limited to financial aspect concerns such as business expansion, going global, merger and acquisition, and undertake certain project, etc. Formulating strategies starts with combining or pairing either of the opportunities, threats, strengths, and weaknesses. For example, strength number 1 and opportunity number 1, then it comes up with strategy 1. Strength number 2 and strength number 3 to formulate strategy 2 with the opportunity number 1. So, these strategies are based on the following. Maxi-maxi strategy or the SO strategy, combination or pairs which an entity can use to maximize their strength and to take advantage of their opportunities. Maxi-mini strategies or the ST strategy, combination or pairs which an entity can use to formulate strategies to avoid potential threats. The mini-maxi strategies, the WO strategy, combination or pairs which an entity can use to develop strategies and capitalize their opportunity to overcome weaknesses. Lastly, the mini-mini strategies or the WT strategy, combination or pairs which an entity can use to formulate strategic options to eliminate weaknesses, thus avoid possible threats. To further elaborate my topic, I have here an example of TOWS analysis from a 5-year financial planning of Philippine Shell Petroleum Corporation. The strength number 1, the entity is using assets efficiently to generate sales, which comes from the asset turnover. The number 1 opportunity of Shell is organized into upstream, downstream, and projects technology. So having this finding of strengths and opportunity, they formulated the Maxi-Maxi or ESO strategy, applying Shell's distinctive technology and operating performance to extend the productive life of their asset and to enhance their profitability. As you can observe, they write it with suffixing the S1 and the O1 of the strengths and opportunities. The next one is The weaknesses. The entity has favorable, unfavorable gross profit ratio to cover operating expenses. Their number two weakness is the entity is not managing an expense well relative to its sales. And the number two opportunity is oil and gas exploration activities. So having these findings of weaknesses and opportunity, the analyst formulated the mini-maxi strategy. Reduce capital spending in producing products to sustain profits. W1, W2, and the O2. And the last example is the number two and three strengths of the shell. Strong brand quality and third-party recognition. Number three, strong innovative approach. Then threats, heightened competition, and government taxes. From these findings, the analyst formulated the maxi-mini strategy, invest in equipment for drilling exploration and for extraction of oil to produce good quality of oil-based product from S2, S3, T1, and T2. To summarize my lecture, TOWS analysis is a useful method to summarize an entity's internal and external analysis as well as the results of the financial analysis. Using TOWS matrix, an entity can identify and develop strategies for alternative courses of action.